Hi, everybody. It's Gene Simmons, and you're not, and you're listening to the Potter Than Hell podcast with Steve, BC, BB, and Dylan. But you knew that, didn't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is your last stop on the crazy train of hard rock and heavy metal. So sit back, buckle in, and hang on. Here we go.
Hello, Potter Than Hellions. Welcome back to the Potter Than Hell podcast. This is Steve, and I am joined this week by
BC
and
BB.
Our keyboard player this evening is
Dylan.
And from the deep, deep south, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Michael. How are you, my friend?
I'm fantastic. The humidity is high and my rock and roll level is low. So let's go, baby. Let's get it going.
Is that a good thing if your rock and roll level is low? Is that good? Or is that bad?
That means I'm just spent, baby. There's been so much rock and roll over the last few days. I mean, come on.
Okay, all right.
Thought you were going to say the humidity level was high, and so am I.
Stephen, before we get going, just, let our listeners that may not have heard your podcast, Growing Up Rock, before, give them the lowdown on it and when and where they can find it out.
Well, I would say if you haven't heard the Grown Up Rock podcast and you're listening to the Potter and Hell podcast, where the hell have you been hiding? Besides myself and Sonny Pooney, Jesus, we've spent half of our career on the Potter and Hell podcast. So, I was noticing, however, that I don't think I've been on since last August, like August of 2020. Oh, wow. Why'd you ban me, man?
Really?
Wow. That incident with the shorts.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
All right. Well, I knew I was banned for some reason. Pooney's been on like 5 or 6 times since me, but that's about
Yeah, but
that.
he pays us money to.
That also is pretty normal.
And he does math for us as well. So
He knows how to add and pays us money.
He also brings the crappy music with him.
Right. What, was it the Priest episode?
The last one I did?
Yeah.
Was either that or Wasp, maybe.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't think it was that long.
I don't remember.
Well, you know what?
I just looked at my Skype calls, and I'm like, the last time I talked to Steve Wright, when he called me, it was August of 2020.
Wow. Well, I know we've done the live streams too since then.
Oh, we've done a ton of stuff since then. Yeah. You guys have been over here for a couple of episodes, and it's all good.
Yeah, because you know what, we still have to do the Nostradamus one too. I didn't forget about that.
And I still have all my notes too.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll definitely. I'll see if we can get that in maybe September, late September, early October. Maybe I can. We'll do that. That's about when I'm scheduled up till. All right. Yeah. So, guys out there, check out Stephen and Sonny on the Grown Up Rock podcast. Cool show. And actually, I got to tell you, Stephen, the one you guys did about the Skid Row album in the 90s and all that year.
Yeah, when rock ruled the charts.
Yeah, that was I love that episode. Was one of my favorite ones you guys did. I thought that was fantastic.
I gotta say, we've really enjoyed doing that episode, and I think that's going to become a normal series. In fact, we've already planning a 2-part series of that when rock ruled the charts thing, just because it came off so well. It's a cool idea. Sonny came up with the idea, and I just figured out a way to kind of frame it. So, a lot of fun there.
So, Sonny made the logo, and you refined it, right?
Well, in a matter of speaking, yes, but there were no logos involved.
Okay. All right, so I have great news to report that actually tonight is July 7th, 2021, which is one of my favorite days of the year because it is the day back in 1986 that Eat 'Em and Smile was released. Love that album. I always listen to it on that day. Not that I don't listen to it throughout the year, but I make sure I give it a good loud listen. And I think my wife heard it out on the sidewalk when she got home from work. But love that album. Just want to say that. And also, and actually even better news, BC and I finally got to go to a concert together this year. Last Friday, we went to see Accept at Penn's Peak in Pennsylvania. And BC, I'll let you start out with this because it was fucking awesome.
Totally awesome. We went there and there was people with no mask on, and you stood right next to each other. It was very weird at first. I thought I was dreaming because it's been a year and a half for me at least, and we were not disappointed. Opening band was Blackfoot or people being Blackfoot. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
but
no original members.
No original members, but the guy that one of the original members put these guys together to play Blackfoot. I don't know. They were good though. They were very good. And then Accept just came out, and I got to give it the come on.
I'll tell you what. Accept came out, and they're usually a 6-piece, but they were a 5-piece when they come on. I'm like, where's the other guitar player? Yui, his name. Yui, I can't think of his last name. So it was Wolf Hoffman, Phil Schaus, Christopher Williams on drums, and then I apologize, bass guy from Accept, but I can't recall your name. Bass guy. But I'll tell you what, Phil, and you guys out there know we're familiar with Phil. He's one of the talisman. We've interviewed him with those guys down at Rockin' Pod, the last Rockin' Pod. He's bass player in Ace Frehley's band, and he plays rhythm guitar and lead in Gene's band when they play. And he's one of the guitar players in Accept. And I'll tell you what, he jumped the fuck in and just absolutely tore it up. I'm sorry, Mr. Bass Guy. His name is Martin Motnick. Martin Motnick. Okay. Sorry, Martin. Probably the second song, Wolf Hoffman's guitar rig shit the bed or whatever the fuck. And then Phil looked over and Wolf just gave him kind of a shrug. And then Phil just started tearing up the solo. Just like it was nothing. Just like jumped right in, fit right in. And he did probably a third of the solos, I would say.
Okay.
And they did a lot of back and forth stuff. And it really felt like being at a concert that you see like in Europe or South America with the crowd doing the whoa, like all the fucking songs. It was fucking fantastic.
Brought a tear to my eye.
So was there a lot of people there?
It was packed.
Was it?
They
awesome?
had the floor was packed, and then like they had maybe probably a 50-foot section of the floor open for general admission. Well, I think it was all general admission, but then there's seats that go back to the soundboard. They were full. The seats on the sides were full, and they had the 2 first sections open for the VIP up on the side, and they were open too, and they were full. So it was a well attended show, and the crowd was into it, and they said that was the first show that they've done since November of 2019.
Oh, holy fuck!
And so and they were tight. They did not seem to miss anything. It was just spot on. The only thing I wish was that Martin Motnick came up and did the 3-man back and forth with them more than he did. He did it a couple times, but like there was times where I thought it would have been cool if there was the 3 of them. But I'm sure that when Yui is there, that they do that with the 3 guys up front. But nonetheless, it was cool. First time I ever seen Phil play a Flying V, which was cool. Because he usually plays like a Les Paul. I think he usually plays, or different guitars, but not a Flying V. But it was fantastic, and if you guys get a chance to see Accept out there, go see them. They played the M3 Festival the next day, and from reliable people that actually like hard rock and metal that know songs more than fucking balls to the wall, said they were fucking amazing.
Some people even said they stole the festival.
Yeah.
I can see that though.
Yep.
So is it safe to say that you guys got your balls to the wall then?
We did.
That's good. That's very good.
They're vibrating from the double bass.
And I was screaming for a love bite when I got done too. It was fucking awesome. And
nice.
And we got our friend Carl Kennedy got us the wristbands to get backstage, but with the way I don't think that Penn's Peak has their shit together as far as letting people with guest passes and shit backstage, because we had the wristband. You need to be escorted by someone with an orange wristband. Well, then why have the fucking green wristband? And then so it was just fucked up. So we got to talk to Mark Tornello. For those of you that don't know, it is not Udo Dirkschneider that is the singer. It is Mark Tornello that has been there for 5 albums. We talked to him briefly, and Carl Kennedy had given me some CDs to hand to him, so I gave them to him. We talked to him for a little bit, and we just shot back up the turnpike. But fantastic show, though. It was just absolutely fantastic. And Steven, I actually just sent Steven a text today. Metallica just planned a show in your hometown.
They did with Greta Van Fleet and, of all bands, Cage the Elephant, which is not even really.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
alternative.
they're kind of an alternative band.
Yeah, they are. They're really alternative.
Wow.
So it's a strange bill altogether. I mean, even Greta Van Fleet on the bill is a little bit weird, but yeah, they're playing the stadium here, and I probably will once again not go because I just don't want to pay $150 to sit in a nosebleed state of a stadium, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I just, because the same thing's happening here, because we have Guns N' Roses. They're going to be playing this week, right? I think maybe this week or next week up by us. And it sucks too, because I don't know what it is with this area. We always seem to get a lot of first shows of the tour. Last time Priest toured for Firepower, we were the first show on the tour. And of course, shit was fucked up, like first shows always are. And Priest is coming in September, and first show and the tour is our show. In Guns N' Roses, they're playing Hershey Stadium, which is one of the worst places for a fucking concert ever. And that's the first show as well. So I don't know what the deal is with this part of the country that we seem to get a lot of first shows on the tour, which sucks, but I don't know.
I mean, I got to be honest. At this stage in my life, I would love to see Metallica because they're one of the very few bands like I've never seen live, and I've been a fan since Kill 'Em All. So for me not to have seen them live is kind of weird, given that I'm a hard rock and metal fan. And I've had opportunities before, but not in the early days, so I missed all that prime time to see them, in a smaller place or whatever. And I just don't see myself. I don't think I'll enjoy sitting in a nosebleed seat and paying, $100+ in the stadium. To me, that's just not intimate. I can't feel it as much. That's part of why I give, a good portion of money to things like Monsters of Rock Cruise and stuff, because you get that sort of intimate setting with rock bands, and I enjoy that much more.
Absolutely. And I didn't see Metallica until 4 or 5 years ago. I think it was 2017 maybe that we saw them. Something like that, 2017, 2018. But yeah, so, and that's the only, I don't think they have any other shows scheduled so far in the States, so we'll have to keep an eye out. And I hope tickets are decent where you can at least get to go and, see them without, hearing them after they're done singing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pay, I often pay to go to an outdoor amphitheater and just pay for a lawn seat because I don't mind that. Plus, it's affordable. It's like $20. Like, I bought tickets for Black Crowes and Dirty Honey for $20 a piece. Why not? It's a Saturday night. I'm interested in seeing Dirty Honey, and I like the Black Crowes, so why not?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, people. So hey, get out the shows out there. They're back. Like you said, M3 took place last week, and I had bad news for BC. Granza and Mo went this weekend, and they said really the only dud was LA Guns, the Steve Riley version of LA Guns. And when we saw them, the last M3, they were fantastic. They were one of the better ones there, but he said they had no life. Steve Riley looked like he was death warmed over. And he said that they played like 6 songs from, your limited set in the middle of the afternoon at M3. And they played like 6 new songs. I'm not a play the hits guy, but you got to play a little more than that if you have a limited set like that.
Yeah, maybe
throw maybe 2 or 3,
two
maybe.
Or 3, yeah.
And then just do, I'm not saying you have to do, I'm sure they did Ballad of Jane and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, they do have, a lot of their more well-known songs are like harder rock songs. So, but I think you need to do a little more than that. You need to, if you play a club show and it's just you, that's a different story. But if you're playing a festival where you have a very limited amount of time, I don't know, I think you need to do a little more of that.
I read 2 really lousy reviews about 2 bands at M3. One was LA Guns. I also read from somebody else that saw them and said they were good last year, but they were horrible this year. And I read a lot about Slaughter being just awful, that their sound was horrible.
They're too loud.
Slaughter is way too.
Every time we saw them, they're like, what, last 10 years, they're too loud.
Yep. I don't know if they're so loud that they tried to disguise Mark's voice. I don't know, but they're just too fucking loud. It's just it sounds terrible when it's that loud. Yeah. It just does. It sounds like shit. But anyway, so before we get going, we talked a little about M3, what are we listening to, guys? Steven, what are you listening to these days, my friend?
I actually have been spending a little bit of time with the new Styx record, Crash of the Crowns. Initially, when I listened to this record, I was like, ugh, what is this? Because it was very, like, old school, like, first couple albums for Styx. It's very progressive, very Queen-inspired record. But then I saw them live, and they played a lot of the new album live, so I said, okay, I'll go spend a little bit more time with it. And I don't know if I love it, but it's definitely starting to grow on me, and it's a little bit of an interesting record, and it sounds really good. Like, sonically, it sounds really good. If you're a Queen fan, you might really dig it. And then I'm listening to this band, Royal Blood, this new album, Typhoons. I'm really enjoying a lot. And pretty much all of Van Halen. Pick a record. I've been listening to it all because we're doing that year-long series on the Van Halen records.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing that.
I bet you didn't there, Steve-O.
Yeah.
And wait till you hear this month's episode, because it's probably going to be the best one of the series.
Once the Sammy shit starts, I'm not going to fucking listen.
Neither was Steve and Michael that night.
I don't even listen to the recordings once I'm done.
What do you got, PC?
I just been doing a lot of Spotify, a little hard rock mix, nothing out of the ordinary, and I'm still throwing a blackberry smoke around.
Oh, you're checking them out this weekend, right?
I'm gonna go see them this weekend, probably twice. Who knows?
Nice.
All right.
They're playing Friday and Saturday.
Man, if you're off, go.
Might as well.
Feeling froggy, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Dylan, how are you?
I finally was able to check out the latest Dream Theater live album, Lost Not Forgotten Archives, Images and Words Live in Japan 2017. Basically does the entire Images and Words album. That was James LaBrie's first album with the band. That has their one hit on it, Pull Me Under. But this is a good live album. The band sounds tight. James is struggling a little bit vocal-wise, but he hits the majority of the notes.
How can he struggle? He's so well rested.
Yeah, this is his very first album with the band, so it's really high up stuff.
Yeah. Did you get yours in the mail yet, PC? No. Shocking.
But it's interesting to hear Mike Mangini play the drums on these songs.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah.
So.
I'm sure it's got a whole different sound. No.
No, it is. I'm sorry, I was responding to it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. What do you got called, BB?
Even though we kind of already touched on it, I listened to a lot of the performances from M3 this weekend. Listened to Accept, they sounded phenomenal. Lita Ford even sound fantastic. I wish I knew who the guitar player was because I wanted to write it down because he sounded fantastic on Close Your Eyes Forever. But I did see the Slaughter one. I watched The Warrant. I listened to...
Patrick Kinnison?
That's it.
What else? Sam's cousin.
But yeah, just a lot of, like, I don't mean to beat around the bush like we already did, but yeah, a lot of M3 stuff just to just to see how they sound after being off for a year. But a lot of the band sounded pretty good.
Yeah. Did you see any Night Ranger or Queensryche?
I did see Night Ranger. Did not see Queensryche. Didn't listen to LA Guns. I'm trying to think of some off my top. I watched the Warrant one, but some of the bands sounded fantastic, and I think this rest kind of did a lot, pretty good for some of these guys.
All right, and for me, I've been binging on Newer Accept with Mark Tornello, the singer, since we've seen the show, and I was checking out the other day. Motorhead re-released No Sleep Till Hammersmith, and there's a whole, there's 100 fucking songs on it or some goddamn thing with all these different recordings and stuff. But I just listened to like the main album. It's good, I'll tell you what. It's a lot, if it's actually a word, crisper. than you're used to with the other recordings. Real good. And Steven, I don't know if anyone's aware of this. If anyone has checked it out, the new John Sykes song, it's called "Out Alive." Anybody check that out?
I did get a chance to listen to that yesterday, as a matter of fact. I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it sounded like John Sykes stuff. I mean, so no surprises, no big changes. It sounded good to me.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. It's called Out Alive, and it's on YouTube. It's not on any streaming yet, but it may be this Friday, which is 2 days from now, so maybe it'll be out then. But this guy works at... he makes a snail look like a fucking rabbit, like the way he works. Because this album's been in the works for like over fucking 10 years at least. So he's... I'm glad he can afford to do that. You know what I mean? Just put maybe one album out every 20 years. But, it's good, though. So here's what we got going this week. Styx, Crash the Crown, and Royal Blood, and some Van Halen for Steven. Some live DT meeting Dream Theater, not Dangerous Toys, for Dylan. BB's checking out some of the shit from M3 that they had this last weekend. BC's been shuffling a lot of Spotify and still rocking a Blackberry Smoke. And I have some, except the newer ones. And Motorhead, No Sleep Till Hammersmith, reissued. And the new John Sykes song, Out Alive. So, before we get going, we have this.
The Potter Than Hell podcast presents Random Thoughts with Sonny Hollywood Pooty.
When your woman asks, "Does this make me look fat?" what is your answer? Real answers only, please.
What the hell?
Okay. Anyone want to go first?
Hopefully everyone's answer is no.
I'm telling the truth.
I would say no.
I have no poker face. So.
I would give it away. If that is, I gotta say that's a question that if you don't answer instantaneously, it's a yes. If you don't say, you know what I mean. If you don't answer like split second after that comes out of the mouth, like the words can't even hit the wall behind you, and you have to be fucking answering for that to be believed. If you say no, anyone got an Dylan? How about you?
No, I honestly think like my girlfriend looks good in whatever she wears. Like, I'm being totally honest, and she doesn't ask it that way. She asks like, how does this look? And
right.
I
don't
always
think I've ever heard that like in those words.
Yeah, I've never heard her. I've never heard
you
her
like
ask me,
this, and I'll go.
Yeah. You like this? I like the what do you call it better. That's what you you throw something.
That'd look better if it was red.
That outfit you had on before was a lot better.
What's the one you had on that one party? Remember?
Yeah. How about you, Mr. M?
I always tell the truth, and I try to do it in a non-condescending and the sweetest way possible that won't get me punched in the face.
All right. So there we go. So there's our random thought from Sonny this week. Thank you, Sonny, for that. As always, interesting. Always sparks some debate. All right, so let's get into the next episode here. Did we decide to call this the Magnificent Seven, Dylan?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we're going to talk about the Magnificent Seven. What I wanted to do is, today's the 7th day of the 7th month, and I wanted to pick 7th song from an album. It was impossible to say the 7th song from a 7th album of a band because I think I almost gave BC a stroke when he thought that's what we were doing. So we just struck the song to track number 7, and I'm proud of everybody. Nobody picked any live shit, although we do have one song that was from like a kind of a greatest hits or re-recorded album.
Oh, speaking of rule breaking, you ended up breaking the rules in our American Party Rock.
Why?
Because Pat Travers is Canadian.
Oh.
Well, hey, Sonny didn't catch that. I didn't know that.
Rob from Vancouver pointed that out. So just wanted to bring that up, but sorry.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, just
I didn't
continue.
Okay. All right. Well, it was unintentional because I'm just literally finding that out now. And Sonny didn't know it either because he's the one that we sent the fucking list to. So it's on him more than it's on me because he was the monitor. He was the Bobby Brady.
Steve
he
knew
was
that. He was just testing something.
He was the ref.
I was just seeing if he would catch that.
When in doubt, always blame Pooney.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so So we drew actually, and I don't know if this. But I don't even know when I wanted to go. I just didn't want to go first, and we picked names out of BC's. No, we picked names out of BC's shitty Buffalo Bills hats.
What? And
by the way, I just want to say that we are recording in our new studio today. First time in our new studio. That it's a work in progress. So sound wise, I don't know how it's going to be, but we're going to work on that and tweak it as we go. And so I just the walls are bare in here and everything. So we're gonna get some stuff going. So I just wanted to let everybody know and welcome to the new studio at the 62. So what we did is we did 7 songs and
Studio 62 on the Sunset Strip.
Absolutely.
I would have totally lied and called it the 69, but that's y'all's fault.
No, that's our neighbor's house, and I don't know.
That's up the street.
No, sorry. All right, so I wanted to really diversify my list, but I looked at it and I fucking didn't really do it at all because I have two songs from one year and 2 songs from another year, and so I didn't do that. But anyway, I just picked songs that I liked. So I started out my list. We've talked about these guys here and there on the podcast. I like them because they're one of them that Pooney actually does not like very much. So I picked Crocus, Rock City, from the 1981 Hardware album. The first time I was actually able to find the performance of this. The first time I saw it was on his TV show at night, and it was recorded live in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Zoo, place was called. And it was on the One Vice at a Time tour, and so I got this. That's the first time I got to see Crocus, and I always remember this song from that. It's a great rockin' tune. The chorus is cool, solo's really good, and if you listen to that Hardware album, the snare drum sound on that album is absolutely fucking fantastic. Love it. My next song, I went to the 1990 self-titled Damn Yankees album. I picked Mystified. I like the finger picking in the beginning, and he's got Tommy Shaw with this little slide there, and Tommy Shaw's vocals are fantastic. And of course, Dylan, it has the yeah.
Righty loves it.
Love it. Just the Ted solo in that is fantastic. Just great. Break time's over, boy. Get back to pushing that broom. I fucking love it. I've been hitting a lot of stuff lately that I just get mesmerized or mystified by the background vocals. Like the harmonies are great on this. Next song is probably the strangest song we'll talk about tonight. And I think it's probably going to be one that gets on probably several people's bottom list. But I thought this song was cool. It was different. It's called Only the Pretty Ones by A New Revenge from the Enemies and Lovers album in 2019. This song should be on a fucking Alice Cooper album. Mm-hmm. And it's Ripper Owens singing, Kerry Kelly on guitar, Rudy Sarzo on drums, and James Kotak on drums. And I'm glad James Kotak doesn't talk or anything, which is good. He just plays the drums, which is fine. I just hope he keeps his shirt on. But very creepy song. There's a lot of creepy effects in there. And actually at times there's parts where it reminds me of King Diamond, how he vocalizes some of the parts in there. It's a different song. It's very cool. It has Alice Cooper written all over it. Then I went to the 2013 album, self-titled album. The Winery Dogs album came out in 2013. A song Not Hopeless starts in with a little count in from Mike Portnoy, little drum beat there. Then once Billy Sheehan gets going, that doo 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 doo, he walks that bass line, that fretboard on that bass up and down. Just such a great groove on there. And there's a great part where there's actually like a little bass solo part in there, and then it goes back with the drums and the guitar. Then like right in the middle there's like this band jam, then they got a little vocal slowdown. Solo's great, and I say it almost every single time I talk about Richie Kotzen that I can't believe that this man does not play with a guitar pick. It's just insane that he fucking plays just with his fingers. It's insane. Then I went to I'm hoping Steven likes this one because he said he's liked this band before. I went to the band Avatar for the song Justice from the Hunter Gatherer album 2020 came out. Starts out with it stomping. It's got a cool like loose riff on it, and then it's got the screaming vocals that are just so fucking rocking, and then boom, the riff is heavy as hell, and then during the verses then it kind of slows down for melodic chorus, and the chorus is fantastic. But I do love the the back and forth of the screaming verses and the very melodic background vocals for the choruses. The solo is really cool. And when he's doing the solo, the riff speeds up as they're playing. I absolutely freaking love that. I would love to see these guys live. Steven, I know you have seen these guys live. There's a little spooky spoken word part in there. Then it goes back to the verses. But like when you're listening to the chorus, listen to the music under the chorus. It is fantastic. And it's got the whoa, whoa, whoas at the end. Can't beat it. Absolutely love it. And I went to 1990 for Queensryche, Resistance from the Empire album. Starts out with like a big harmonic guitar beginning. It's a fantastic deep track from this album. They used to pull this out live when they toured for this album. Awesome Jeff Tate vocals, great background vocals. And if you listen to the lyrics in this song, it's like very environmentally conscious and it's social conscious. But if you listen to the lyrics, you could put this song like for what the fuck is going on in the world today. And it's crazy just how it kind of like fits right in with this crazy fucking world that we're putting up with now. I like Shouts the Man on the right. Solo by Michael Wilton is absolutely fantastic. Great song. And I wrap it up here with one that I know everyone's going to like this one. Heat from the Heat 2 album, song One by One. Kicks off with a great riff, amazing vocals by Eric Grunwald. And Eric, we wish you the best. We know he's going through cancer treatments right now. Fantastic frontman, fantastic singer. Song's got a huge chorus. I'm just loving songs with great background vocals, great choruses. And this song has such a big feel to it, and a lot of that, Scandinavian melodic hard rock bands, they have that feel to it. Some people say with the stuff with Frontier Records that it's too much of that, but I love it. I just absolutely love it. This song kicked ass live. But the thing is though, the solo, it kind of slows down for the solo, which I was kind of like makes the song all that like different and a little better, and then it gets right back into the chorus at the end, and that's my list. BB.
Very good list. Crocus, Rock City. I love Mark's like unique vocals in this song, and as always, every album. But the drums in this are huge. Has a great beat to it, great pick. Damn Yankees, amazing album, and of course it's amazing pick. Like you said, the slide guitar is really, really cool. Ted solo is just mind-blowing in this. Love that Damn Yankees album. A New Revenge, Only the Pretty Ones. I'm like, man, you kind of touch on it. I wrote down Alice Cooper Wannabes. I said, that's all right. Number 4, Winery Dogs, Not Hopeless. Love this song. Richie Kotzkin is so full with his vocals. Amazing guitar work he puts into this song. A fantastic pick. Avatar Justice. After that, once the Cookie Monster vocals start, Righty, you know I'm not into it. I think those Cookie Monster vocals are awful, but the chorus vocals are catchy. It's not bad. The music is pretty good. Song number 6, Queensryche, Resistance. Love that song. Hidden Gem of Empire, easily. You know, that song blows Empire. That song blows Jet City, A Woman away by a mile. Love that song. And song number 7, Heat, One by One. Fantastic hooks, big harmonies. The melodic sounds fantastic. The solo is kick ass. Very good list, Mr. Wright.
All right. Steven.
Yeah, solid list. Interesting list. There's a couple of interesting picks on there. Crocus, I love the Crocus pick, especially because it's really old school Crocus. Rock City, I hadn't heard that song in ages. So it was refreshing to go back and listen to this. I pretty much came into Crocus at Vices, so that was definitely going back one more album, I think. But I like that tune. Mystify, like you said, Damn Yankees, How Can You Go Wrong? Debut album, good one. Now, to help out my friend Sonny Pooney, we're going to get to this next song, which is Only the Pretty Ones by A New Revenge. Brutal. There you go. First of all, I'm not a huge Alice Cooper fan. I think anybody that knows me knows I'm just don't love Cooper. I'm kind of a hits guy. And this one is a lot like Cooper. That's exactly what I thought of when I heard it. And I don't know, it doesn't hit me right. It's just not for me. Not Hopeless. Love the Winery Dogs. Love the debut record. Great tune. Love Richie's voice. I can't say that enough. Their playing is phenomenal. Obviously, I know a lot of people don't like the whole, noodling around with the playing, but I'm fine with it, and I love Richie's voice. So Avatar, you mentioned earlier about how I like this band. Technically, Avatar is not in my bang zone of rock and roll. They're not something that I would listen to often. But I did have the opportunity to see this band, like you said, Steve, and I didn't know anything about them when I saw them. I'd heard the name, and that was as far as it went. And I got to tell you, they blew me away. I was like, wow, this band is really cool live. I couldn't stop staring at the singer. He had so many facial expressions and so much showmanship. They were really, really good live. This song is pretty good. I'm sort of with BB where I kind of check out at the Cookie Monster vocals. It's not my thing, but I like this song enough to listen to it, and I would listen to it just from the fact that they're so good live. Resistance, fantastic song. It's definitely a hidden gem off that Queensryche record because you don't hear this song all that often, and I really like hearing it. And then One by One by Heat, easily one of my top 10 Heat songs. Love, love, love this song, and I love Heat. And that's it. Yeah.
All right. BC.
Boom, Crocus, baby. How can you not go wrong with early Crocus? I just love the groove of this tune. Just the feel of these early albums. Pure rock. Damn Yankees, Mystified. Love the song, love this album. Another great band that a lot of people are cheering to get back and do another album, which I don't know if you ever see it, but never say never. The New Revenge, Only the Pretty Ones. I don't know, the song lost me. I don't know. It was going good, Crocus, Damn Yankees. Vocally, it did grab me vocally. The Winery Dogs, Not Hopeless. Winery Dogs, man. This band is just phenomenal. Their albums are phenomenal. If you ever get a chance to see them live, they're phenomenal live. But and then here we go again. Avatar, Justice. I'm on the same boat with BB. I mean, I'm not the Cookie Monster. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting happier in my old age.
Come on! You like Avatar, You just don't fucking know it.
But musically, I got into it, but the vocals just like turned me off to it.
Work with me, people.
Queensryche, Resistance. Fucking Queensryche classic track off that album. One of the better ones off the album that should have been released. But you finish up your list with Heat. I mean, since we saw these guys on a cruise, I mean, these guys blew me away that night, and I've been on their ship ever since. One by One, I believe they did that night.
They did.
I mean, good, such a good song feel to it, and just like you said, I don't know, there's a bigness to it. But no, except for two of them, good list.
All right, done.
This was a solid list for sure. Crocus, you can never go wrong with them. Always a fantastic band. Every song I hear from them, I enjoy. So I can't fault that. Mystified by the Damn Yankees, a little bit of an underrated song that I haven't really heard before because I'm not as up on the Damn Yankees 2 albums as you guys are, but I really enjoyed it. Very good song. Only the Pretty Ones, I think I'm going to have to echo everybody else. It's trying too hard to be Alice, and you're either Alice or you're not Alice, and this was not Alice. It was almost like it tried to be Alice crossed with My Chemical Romance at times, because it had that like creepiness factor to it a little bit, like the emo-ness, that it just didn't feel natural to me. Like with Alice, it comes naturally, and My Chemical Romance, they're all about the emotional music, and the song didn't land for me. But you brought it right back up with Not Hopeless by the Winery Dogs. Fantastic song. This trio can do no wrong. Their 2 albums are fantastic. Love them so much. I will be different than everybody else with that Justice by Avatar. I've had that chorus stuck in my head all day. I can't say it. It's a catchy song, and I like the Cookie Monster vocals. I'm a fan of like hardcore bands and stuff like that have those vocals. We might be hearing a hidden gem that has that, But I really thought this was a good song, a decent song. I love the fast-paced verses and then the lighter chorus with the.
I like when they're used judiciously.
Yeah, it's used as a. Like, I like when it's a verse of Cookie Monster and then the chorus is clean. I enjoy that aspect of it, and this song has that. Queensryche Resistance, great song. You can't go wrong with Empire era Queensryche. And then One by One, but Heat. It's fucking Heat. Come on, they're fantastic.
Give it to BC.
Yeah, it's Heat. So good list besides one song.
All right, okay. All right, next list we're gonna get Mr. Stephen Michael. What do you got first, buddy?
I don't know. Can you read my song list to me? No, I'm just kidding.
If I have to, I will.
I'm not even sure what order these are in, but I'll tell you how
They
I
don't need to
approached
be in
this
order.
list. I approached the list because I wanted to have a little bit of new, a little bit of classic, and then because originally I thought this was the 7th song from the 7th album, it made me think of Iron Maiden, so I wanted to make sure I put some Maiden on the list, so I did that too. So that's kind of how I approached my 7 songs. So the first song is Born to Lead from Eclipse. If you're a Heat fan, then you should definitely listen to Eclipse as well. They're a fantastic band from Sweden. I love them, and for me, Monumentum is probably their best record, and Born to Lead is just a kick-ass track. It just screams at you. So I really like that song. Then I go to classic Priest with probably my favorite Priest record, and Screaming for Vengeance and the title track. Absolutely love everything about this album. It's a desert island record for me, and this is a killer title track. Then I go from there to the Iron Maiden that I mentioned earlier, but I didn't want to do any of the more recent Maiden, and I wanted to actually give a nod to the classic old school Maiden with Paul Di'Anno and Killers, and the title track from that record, Killers. This was my first Iron Maiden record. This is how I came into Iron Maiden, and I love this record still today. I do like the Bruce Dickinson era Maiden, of course, but I do love the Paul Di'Anno era as well. Now I'm going to send a little bit of newer stuff to you, and this Last Treatment record, Waiting for Good Luck, The Devil in the Detail, is just a killer track. Such a good song, and the whole album is really good, and if you're not familiar with The Treatment, I would urge you to go. Really, to me, you can go check out any of their records. They've got about 5 or 6 records out right now, and all of them are good. They don't all have the same lead singer. I think they've changed lead singers a couple of times, but these last 3 Treatment records are really, really strong. So that's The Devil in the Detail, Waiting for Good Luck is the name of the record. And then we're going to move to the madman himself, Ozzy Osbourne. For me, the 2 first Ozzy records are brilliant with Randy Rhoads. When Jake came into the band, as much as I liked Jakey Lee as a guitar player, I really thought Bark at the Moon, other than the title track and Rock and Roll Rebel, was a pretty shitty album. And Ultimate Sin was much better in my opinion, although my co-host will disagree with that. I thought that record was much better, but still not that great. When he got Zach in the band and the first album was No Rest for the Wicked, I think this record is way, way, way underrated record. I absolutely love this record, and Tattoo Dancer is a killer track off this record. So that's my number 6 pick. And then my last pick, my number 7 pick, is a new band called Passion. They put out an album a couple of years ago. They're working on a new record now. The guy kind of plays and does everything himself, but it is a band. And I really do love that debut album. Sometimes when you Google them, you get a bunch of different stuff, but it's Passion UK because they're a UK band. And the song is called We Do What We Want, which is basically very AC/DC influenced. And I just dig that album from start to finish. So those are my 7 tunes.
So, Steven, you missed your first one. You didn't talk about the first one that you had.
The LA
I'm
maybe.
sorry. I'm sorry. I did miss that one. Thanks
Yeah.
for calling. I'm looking off the song list. The first one, yes. This is a new band that I'm really digging their debut album called Dirty Damn Tricks. And it's the LA Maybe with a song called Take Me Away. This album is quite good. New band out of the Carolinas. I would encourage you guys to go check out the LA Maybe with Dirty Damn Tricks being the name of the album. And this is a song called Take Me Away that made my list.
All right, BB.
All right, the Eclipse, Born to Lead. I love the big harmonies, just like Heat. They got big harmonies, they got big hooks, melodicness all over that band. I love these guys. Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance. It's crazy how the title track is so deep in the album, but the dual solo is fantastic. And then when you're talking Priest, thank God we have a Priest song that made our list because it's fucking fantastic. Iron Maiden Killers. I don't know what it is, but I like the Bruce Iron Maiden better than the Paul Di'Anno Iron Maiden. So that was like that was the dud, I guess, of the list. But the Treatment, I never heard this song, Devil in the Detail. Love this song. The verses are catchy. The chorus kicks ass. The guitar work is fantastic. The vocalist is really, really good to my ear. Right down the wheelhouse that what I want to hear. The Treatment, I have to definitely do some homework and check these guys out. Ozzy, Tattoo Dancer. That opening drum beat and that guitar work is so cool. And I think the guitar player is really, really good in this band. I'm not really sure what his name is, but I heard he's really, really good.
Greg Allman.
Song 6, Passion Would We Do What We Want. This is just a great rock and roll song. Jams the rock right down your throat. Fantastic pick. Another one I never heard of. And the last song, LA Maybe, Take Me Away. Another new song. Your list is slapping me around with all these new songs. The band gang vocals are fantastic at the chorus. The solo is amazing as well. Some very, very good stuff, Mr. Stephen Michael.
Thank you.
BC.
Oh, Eclipse, Born to Lead. Musically, these guys this song really caught me. Vocally, I don't know, it didn't really catch me, the vocals. I don't know, maybe it's just the song. I'll definitely have to check out these guys a little bit more. Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance. Classic Priest, Rob. You can't. There's nothing more to say about this. It's just classic. 3 Iron Maiden Killers. Classic Iron Maiden. Like I said, it's hard to go back to Paul Di'Anno after Bruce Dickinson. So many albums go back to there. It's just too different to me. Not two different bands, but two different feel. Like Bruce just brings so much more depth. The Treatment. This is a great song, great album. I've been listening to this album a lot, full of energy. I mean, I've caught these guys opening up for, I don't know, sure.
Kiss. They opened up for Kiss.
Kiss. Okay, I knew it was Motley Crue Kiss up at our local place, and
it might have been Kiss and Crew actually.
It was Kiss and Crew. That's where I saw them first too.
I was working the mountain. I wasn't there as a fan. I was just working the mountain, and so we're backstage. I got to meet all these guys, get a picture with them. I don't know who's still in the band from. That was probably their first time. That's a while ago. Was that 2012?
It was a while ago. It was really a while ago.
But they were great live then. I mean, like you said, the last few albums I'm really digging.
Good to hear they're still together.
Yeah. Number.
You're not allowed to do
5,
that. I
Ozzy.
told you that. Stop it, Chewbacca. Sit down.
Ozzy, Tattoo Dancer. Dance for me, bitch. I mean, this first came out. Earn your dollar now, damn it. When this first came out, I remember, like, okay, it's this new 18-year-old guitar player. And he did change the sound. I mean, it was definitely. That's nothing bad. What are you hitting me for?
Just getting ready.
Calm down. Dylan, call 911. Anyways, a fun song, great, a good album, too. So then, what did we do next? Was it LA Maybe or Passion?
Passion. Take your pick. Either one.
Passion.
Pick your passion.
I really dig this song. I mean, I never heard these guys until this list. I mean, I love the feel, sound catchy, musically, just caught my ear. Made me stop what I'm doing, and it definitely like this. Definitely will be checking these guys out more. And your final pick, the LA Maybe. These guys, totally caught my ear and blew me away. I'm definitely going to be catching these guys a lot more.
Did you do a break sound?
You went brrr. You did the jump break.
No, after that.
Because he did it stopped him in his tracks.
You did okay.
Isn't it great when you go through these songs and you actually hear something you never heard before? You're like, wow, this song's really good. Who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Done.
Those two are definitely.
So Take Me Away, L.A. Maybe. This was a great song. I had never heard of these guys before, and seeing as this is their first album, I know why, because it's their first album, and they haven't gotten out there yet. But this was a really good song, a really good pick. Eclipse, Born to Lead. Eclipse is just so good. I think I personally prefer Eclipse over Heat, but they're very close together because they have a very similar sound. I really love this song from Eclipse. It almost was in my top 3 of the night for sure. Screaming for Vengeance is a classic. It's Priest off of one of their best albums. Title track, fantastic. Love it. Killers. Killers is such a good, underrated Iron Maiden album because I love the Paul Di'Anno era, and everybody always just talks about the first album, which the first album is fantastic. It deserves to be talked about. But everybody always almost kind of skips over Killers. But Killers has such a good track list, and the title track is one of them. I really, really love this era of Maiden for sure. The Treatment, Devil in Detail. I hate the album cover, but this is a great album, and this is a great song off of that album. I just thought the album cover looked a little cheap, because this is off of their latest
It's like all that
one,
neon
right?
stuff.
No, it's like the guy with the banjo, like sitting on the chair or whatever.
Okay.
The Treatment.
Yeah,
That's the not Passion. That's the Treatment album.
I was saying The Treatment.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Passion.
No. Okay. Tattooed Dancer, Dances for Money.
Sorry.
See, you hopped all over my Tina Turner joke with your...
Sorry.
This is great. Young Zach, Shredding Machine. This is a good album that I need to get deeper into because I had never heard this song before, and I really enjoyed it. Because I hear like later era Zach more than I hear this album. Like I know Miracle Man from there, and
Bloodbath in Paradise.
Bloodbath in Paradise, but I don't get deeper in this album, but I'm gonna have to. And then what do we do what we want, Passion. So the verses and the chorus I felt were kind of run of the mill for me, but the solo in it is kick ass. I really love the soloing in the song. I was just a little bored with the rest of the song. It just felt very like I've heard this before from a lot of different bands, and there wasn't too much special from it. But I really love the guitar playing in it for sure. So really good list, and again like Dad's, barring one song.
Okay. For me, I'm gonna go reverse here, reverse cowboy here. The Treatment, and Steven, you are absolutely right. They have been knocking it out of the park lately, and even their last album was fantastic. This one's great. I like the verse of the solo is fantastic. They got they're like a kind of have a feel like Airborne type stuff,
Yeah.
Passion. I'm kind of with Dylan on that. I thought it was okay. I love the solo. It's got a little stomping feel to it. I wasn't crazy about the chorus for some reason. It just didn't grab me. Screaming for Vengeance, probably easily in my top 10, if not top 5. Or Judas Priest songs. Love it. I love the verses. I love just the pace that he sings this fucking song at. And I'm actually, this is one song that I really like Dave Holland's drums in this song. I don't think it translates, and it's weird to say this, that it translates as well with Scott Travis on drums, because I just like the drum sound of that album, and I don't know if I want to call it the basicness of the drums on this. I think really put a little extra flavor in it for some reason for me. Another title track, Iron Maiden Killers, classic. You know what? I hadn't listened to this song in a long time. Solos in this song are fucking sick bananas, BB.
Yes!
Sick bananas. And this is one that I have heard Bruce Dickinson sing before, and I prefer Paul Di'Anno singing this song, personally. And I think Killers is damn close to a perfect Iron Maiden album. I've been binging the hell out of Somewhere in Time lately, but I still kind of cringe a little bit when I hear Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner. But there's not a song on Killers that I get that cringe to.
It's just two different bands, and
it is.
Once you make peace with that, for me, like I said, it was my first Iron Maiden record. So, like Murders in the Rue Morgue and Killers and Wrathchild. I mean, it is a perfect album for me.
It's fantastic. I love it. I think you do have to separate the two. You can't say I like Bruce. I mean, you can, but like I like the album, and I prefer Paul singing those songs. But I don't mind Bruce singing the shit from the first album, which is weird. Next song, Ellie Maybe, Take Me Away. These guys are cool. I know you did an interview with two guys from the Bannon Grown Up Rock podcast. It was very cool. The chorus is cool. It's got groove to spare. Very cool. And in which made me feel warm inside, gave me a little warm feeling. Has a very, very Slash-like solo in this song. Love it. Tattoo Dancer, like BC says, Dance For Me Bitch, fucking great song. That clean-shaven boy playing guitar. Too bad he,
Get replaced.
yeah,
Replaced with some bearded.
But I mean, I remember when this album came out, I was like, holy shit, like, fantastic. And the production, I love Ultimate Sin, I do. And Steven, you are spot on with Bark at the Moon. Title track is great. Rock and Roll Rebel's good. I even like Journey to the Center of Eternity is good, or whatever the name of that song is. But like, there's a lot of duds on that fucking album. There really is. And I wish if Ultimate Sin had No Rest for the Wicked's production, it would be fucking 10 times more amazing. But I do love No Rest for the Wicked. Great song. Zach does tear it up on there. And I like that. It's a good first album for him. He definitely, brings good, different something to the band, like to the table there. Eclipse, Born to Lead, fantastic. This song has been making playlists of mine for a couple years now. And that's from the Monumentum album, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Great album and great band. And I could see how that they would be compared to Heat as well. They do have that similar feel, I'll say. But both great bands. But I do love Eclipse. And this is, once again, I said I've been really into a lot of stuff with a lot of melodic choruses and background vocals and shit. And this one definitely hits the mark for that. So good job there, my friend.
I'll make a prediction now. So BC said he's not all that familiar with Eclipse, and he liked the song, but the vocals didn't really grab him. My prediction is this. Next year on Monsters of Rock Cruise, the same as it was with Heat, he'll walk off that cruise and be an Eclipse fan. Guaranteed.
Am I walking off onto land or into the ocean? You got to clarify that.
If you try to give me any crap, or we just want to pull some tricks on you, we might just shove you off the plank. You never know.
Either that or just flush the toilet while you're sitting on it. It'll be the same results. You'll be gone.
Just put a vest on me first.
Yeah,
better that than me drawing a dick and balls on you.
Absolutely. Yeah, great list though. Really good. All right, BC, I think you're up in the box next. What do you got?
I don't know. What do I say?
Did you even do yours? Did
you do a list,
BC?
I did a list.
Oh, okay. Phew.
I don't know how I was, as Steve said earlier, I was picking the 7th song off the 7th album. And one day he's talking to me, I said, holy shit, I said, this is, trying to get like songs for this list is hard. I'm like, he goes, no, it's the 7th song off an album. I'm like, oh, that makes it way easier. I always picking songs like, I'm going to have to pick this one because it's one of the few bands I like that have a 7th album, the 7th song. So anyways, no order here. I just picked Lita Ford, Devil in My Head off of Living Like a Runaway. To me, I mean, me and Lita Ford have history with this song. I mean, we went to see her at a local venue here, and
where we saw Accept,
and she started this song a cappella, I guess you would say, and then at the one point she goes back, and I screamed out, "You come back to BC!" And she stopped. She got all fucked up. She started laughing.
Fucked it right up.
I think she wanted to kill me. But I stopped the show. We made eye contact, and we've been friends ever since. So I picked that one. Just I love the heavy riff, the drums, just short solo, but the outer solo is a little bit better than the solo in the song, but just a heavy song for Lita Ford. Second song is Rat, Dead Reckoning, off of Rat, back in 1999. I mean, this is I picked a song off this album because this is like a forgotten album, I think, if in the rock world, because it's not Round and Round or you're in love or anything like that. So I just love it because the mid tempo and Warren's groove is good. Good mood solo. Starts off with the bass and drums because overall good rat song. My third one's gonna be going back to 1984 with Warlock before he became Doro. Burning the Witches. To me, this is a classic. I mean, I was always into Warlock back in the mid to late 80s. Killer riff, solo, just a rocking tune. It's Doro. But my next one is Vandenberg. I guess it's Vandenberg 2020 is the name of it. I'm confused by it. I don't know if it's just self-titled. It came out
I don't know if it's
2020
the
or
version of the band or what.
I don't know what the fuck. Anyways, I mean, I threw this on one day, and I should say not threw it on. I listened to it off of Apple Music, and it wasn't bad. It caught me. There's a lot of good songs on it. So I picked the song Shitstorm. Guitar and vocal start into like, to me, when it kicks in, I just think it has like a White Snake slided in feel to it. Very, you can hear early White Snake when you listen to it. Look not on top. Look underneath it. Steve's giving me a weird look over there. Look underneath it.
I'll have to. I didn't get that from him, but I'll have to.
You can hear it. Do that tomorrow.
Okay.
You'll hear it. But I mean, hey, it's a good band. I mean, Ronnie Romero on vocals, Rudy Sarzo on bass, Brian Tichy on drums, and of course, Vandenberg on guitar. Then my number 5 one's gonna be Y&T, Short Arms. It's off of Unearthed Volume 1, which is kind of like just a bunch of unreleased and demo type songs. I mean, there's Volume 1 and Volume 2. These, to me, I love them because, I mean, I love Y&T, but these are, I mean, they have raw feel to it. I love rawness. It's not really polished, but this song is just classic rock and Y&T. Has a little spoken word from Dave. And then number 6, again, I picked the song for these guys because it's another band that to me does not get recognized as much as they should, especially from where we are in the United States. Pretty Maids with Tortured Spirit. I mean, to me, I just love. I mean, it starts off and the riff to me is just so heavy, especially for Pretty Maids, and they do it live, just heaviest. I mean. How can you not love these guys? And if you don't know who Pretty Maids is, please go out and check them out. How many albums they got, Steve? They got to have what? It's well over 10.
Yeah, they at least 12 or 13.
Total. And then I'm going to finish off my list with a band, not necessarily a new band, but a newer band that I just discovered not too long ago, Blackwater Rising, with the song Higher. I mean, I threw this on one day, just one of those ones, if you like this, you're going to like this. And I just clicked on it and let it play. And just a driving riff and guitars and the drums in this. Vocally, it reminds me of somebody. I can't pinpoint it. Has a little short but good solo. It's off their Electrified 2017 album. But that's kind of, I don't know. The vocals
Blackwater Rising?
Yeah.
You know who reminds you of? Devil's Train. That's who it reminds me of. That's who I instantly picked up.
Yeah, I'm listening to him going, this sounds like somebody, and I was drawing blanks. But that's just 7 songs I picked out from anywhere.
All right, Dylan.
This was another solid list. I'm going to be honest, there wasn't really a lot of songs that we're going to be talking about tonight that I disliked. I enjoyed all of it. There were just some songs that I enjoyed less than others. That's not to say that your list is like the weakest, because it's not. It's a really strong list. This is probably the list I would say that I had the songs that I heard the least of. Like these were kind of off the beaten path that I hadn't heard before. But Higher, Blackwater Rising, that was a really cool song. I'd never heard of these guys before, and this was a really good sample platter for them. Devil in My Head, Lita Ford. I, of course, have heard Lita Ford, but have not heard this album. This was another great song. I really enjoyed it. Rat, Dead Reckoning. I did hear this song before. I was a little disappointed that you copied me with the Rat, but, you know.
I don't know how that slipped by that we have 2 songs from Rat on here.
We'll allow that.
I didn't notice it until I was going through the list.
We'll allow that to happen, and we'll let the better song win, I guess. This was a good song, though. I liked it. Burning the Witches, Warlock. The only Warlock song that I know, of course, is All We Are, because that's like the song for Warlock Doro. But this was a good song. I really enjoyed that, and it kind of makes me want to listen to more Warlock. Shitstorm Vandenberg. The title had threw me off for a little bit because I'm like, oh, is this like
typo?
Is this like
This is gonna suck.
Yeah, but it was good. It was really good. I love the guitar playing in it. I could definitely hear what you mean with like the White Snake a little bit there.
A little bit,
and
not
the
heavy, but
undertones.
undertone.
It didn't turn me off of it though, so that's that's a good thing.
That's a great
Because we all know that I don't like White Snake. Short Arms, Y&T. So this was good. I could tell that it's from like kind of like a demo type thing because it didn't sound as like polished and together as normal Y&T. But that was cool for a change. I enjoyed that different side of them. Yeah, the rawness for sure. And then Tortured Spirit. I had heard this song before a lot. I didn't know it was Pretty Maids. I didn't know it was this song. But it's a catchy song. I love the Tortured Spirit.
You live here. You had to have heard it.
Yeah. It's a catchy chorus and a really good song that I enjoyed and forgot that I liked until we listened for this episode. So very good list.
All right, Steven.
All right, so Blackwater Rising, the song Higher. I came across Blackwater Rising, I think last year on Spotify, and went in and listened to some of their stuff, so I was vaguely familiar with them. I like it. They remind me of a couple of bands that are going right now. Yeah, Devil's Train was one of them. Also, there's this Texas Flood or Texas Blood, something like that. I can't remember the exact name of them, but it reminds me of that too. But I dig it. It's cool. Devil in My Head by Lita Ford. I was not familiar with this song at all. I actually like it. It's pretty heavy, like you said, for Lita. So not a bad pick. Dead Reckoning from Rat. This Rat record, not a good record, but Dead Reckoning actually is one of the tunes that I really like off this record. This record's got about 2 songs that I like a lot, Dead Reckoning being one of them, Lovesick being the other one. Burning the Witches off of Warlock. I was a huge Warlock fan back in the day, so I dig this tune. It's a good pick, and good to hear Warlock because I haven't listened to them in quite some time, so that was a fun revisit for me. Shitstorm off the Vandenberg 2020 record. I thought this record was really good. It almost made my top 10 of the 2020 year or something like that. It just missed my list anyway. I think it's a pretty good record altogether. Shitstorm's a decent tune. Short Arms Y&T. So I don't know what the trend is with bands releasing these demo records where they have their demos because of a reason, where the song wasn't good enough or the thing's not completely finished. This song's okay. I just don't particularly love the recording, like I guess what you guys really love, the rawness. I don't necessarily love that much. I'd rather hear a finished song and recorded properly for me personally. But I'm a huge Y&T fan, so I can't throw anything at this tune. It's all right tune. I'd love to hear re-recorded and properly finished. Probably be decent. And then Tortured Spirit, as big of a Pretty Maids fan as I am, I'm not real versed on Louder Than Ever. So this song was a little bit new to me. I probably maybe have heard it in the past once or twice, but I like it. I like Pretty Maids. I'm a huge fan. I love them. And this song was great as well. So, yeah, that's my take.
All right, BB.
Lita Ford, Devil in My Head. Thank God you told that story because I love that story. That is probably top 3 like concert shenanigans that we did, and that is definitely easily top 3. I love that story that night that happened. But that song is so good. I didn't realize it was that deep in the album either. But that whole album is amazing. Rat, Dead Reckoning. I think that album is so underrated for a Rat album. Exactly. I just love the song. It just has that great Rat. It has like the Steven strut You know what I mean? It's just a fantastic song. I thought that was a great pick. The Warlock Burning the Witches. Gotta love Young Doro. This European rock back from like early 80s, 84, 83, 84. Fantastic pick. And just a raw, different, dark sound that they had. Vandenberg Shitstorm. Man, that's such... I didn't even know they released this album. It is so good. I'm a big Adrian Vandenberg fan back when he was playing with Whitesnake. So I think the song has that. It's like Whitesnake's little brother. There's a little sprinkle of Whitesnake in there. Easily heard. But does Adrian sing on this song too? I don't know if he sings, but man, whoever sings has some amazing pipes.
That Ronnie Romero.
Romero, man, whoever sings Ronnie Romero, props to him, because there's even times he almost sounds like Coverdale-ish in that song. Song number 5, Y&T, Short Arms. Love Dave Menichetti's spoken word in the beginning there, so cool. And then he kicks in with some amazing vocals. Then the band, like the chorus, there's like gang vocals at the chorus. Really, really cool song. Never heard that song before. Fantastic pick. Pretty Maids, Tortured Spirit, another great pick. Pretty Maids, another great band. Like, we're all big fans here of the podcast. Such a heavy guitar sound in that song. Chorus is super catchy. Fantastic pick. And song number 7, the added song, the Blackwater Rising with Higher. Man, that's a good song. Never heard that song before. Great tune, great pick. I think I liked it because I never heard it before too. But it's right in that my ear wheelhouse of shit I like, and another band I really want to check out.
Blackstone Cherry.
Something in there, something sprinkled in there, BC. But very, very no duds on that list, BC. Good job.
All right, I'll go last here. BC, interesting list. And I'll start with Lita Ford. I as soon as you picked that, I fucking laughed, because I'll tell you what, I wish someone had that on video and fucking put it on YouTube.
It's on there. It's on YouTube. Because remember one day we were working, we found it. I don't know. We'll have to put it on the website.
Yeah, if you find it, BB,
and you can hear BC scream.
Share it on the Facebook page.
Yes,
it was fucking fantastic, and that's actually the show that BB took a great picture of Lita in black and white with her double neck guitar. And you can find that picture in her live album.
That's right. That's true.
Cool, but great song though. Great song. Very heavy for Lita though. Just great, and an unusually heavy type of song for Lita, which is, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Blackwater Rising Higher, like I said, it's got that Devil Train feel for me, like that. But it sounds like a dirty Southern rock song. You get that.
I just like
that feel for it, you know. Well, they were one of your gems a couple weeks ago, if I recall correctly. They were Rat Dead Reckoning, cool bass start. The song's okay. I think for Warren DeMartini, the solo in the song's a little lackluster for Warren. I was kind of disappointed in his
the out solo is better
operation, but I do have the outro solo is better. Warlock Burning the Witches, cool. They played that live on the cruise, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Fucking rocked, was excellent, and it's funny. Dylan mentioned "All We Are." I hated that song until I saw them do it live. Now I like it. Vandenberg Shitstorm. They were always a band that I was always like met on. Like, I don't know, people were going nuts when they had Burn 11 shit out, and I'm like, I have that block in my head for fucking Vandenberg.
But this came on.
But I like that song.
And
I do. And when he did that Moon Kings a couple of years ago, that was good too. So I got to maybe delve into that album a little more. Y&T Short Arms, fun song. And I like this type of song. I like when Y&T does that because they do the kind of cynical stuff. Like Mean Streak. I know a couple people that have short arms and long pockets as well. So it's funny to me to hear that. But I like that. And like when they have songs like Don't Tell Me What to Wear. Like songs like that, I think Y&T does very well. I like that. Pretty Maids Tortured Spirit. This song is probably... Or wait a minute. What do we got? Dead Reckoning, right?
You talked about.
I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Pretty Maid's Torture Spirit. Okay. Okay, whoa. Easy now. But they fucking...
Where's the Paul Stanley doll?
Yeah, no shit. I must be crazy from the heat today, from listening to David Lee Roth. But Torture Spirit, probably easily in my top 10 Pretty Maid songs. I've always liked this one. First time I heard it was on the Live at Least album that came out. It's that red one with like the rocker and the wheelchair with the guitar. I always thought that was a great song. I love the feel. The chorus, again, I've just been hooked on awesome choruses lately, and this song is one that definitely hits the mark for me. So there's our list. There's mine, there's Steven's, there's BC's. So right now, Steven is going to introduce our gem song, and then we would do our hidden gems. Go ahead, my friend.
All right, so I thought I would stay in theme with our episode here and give you the 7th tune from an album called Tropical Hazards, and this is from a band called The Lazies, and the song is called Louder Than Youth. Enjoy.
All right, welcome back from the gem song that Steven picked, and The Lazies with Louder Than Youth. Good song. I checked it out myself. I thought it was very cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So we'll do a little hidden gem action, and we'll go with Dylan first today.
My hidden gem is a band that there's not many things that me and my brother agree on, but sometimes our taste in music does combine. The one time we went to Warped Tour, and he wanted to actually see this band, but the one time that we wanted to see them, they decided to combine with another band under a different name and like not do their show, so we missed that because we didn't know they were doing that. But the band is called Beartooth, and they just came out with a new album called Below, They're kind of a hardcore band, very much similar to Ice Nine Kills in terms of how they feel. Really great stuff, though. They have awesome breakdowns in there. The riffs in the album are really fantastic. I love the soft vocals, and I love the Cookie Monster vocals involved in this album, and it's a really solid album that might make the end of the year list for me. I haven't listened to all of it yet, but what I've listened to is really good. The band Beartooth with their newest album, Below.
I saw that. I wanted to check that out myself.
It's good. I think you would like it.
Okay. BB, what do you got?
Brand new song released on the 2nd of July from the band Dangerous Curves. It's called Living for the Now. Pretty much would fit into this list of hard rock melodic sound that these guys have. I have no clue where these guys are from. They released one other album in 2018, and this album should be released towards the end of the month. So hopefully a lot of these songs on this album are going to sound like this single that they just released. So it's Living for the Now by Dangerous Curves.
Mm-hmm. Go check out the first record, too. It's really good. They're a good band.
Thank you, sir.
All right, cool. Steven, what do you got?
Well, I'm going to stick with the theme because that's the kind of guy I am. So I found the 7th song off a record called Time for a Miracle from the band Perfect Plan. And the song is called Nobody's Fool. I would encourage you guys to check out the band Perfect Plan. They're pretty much straight ahead, melodic, hard rock, AOR rock. So if you like Foreigner or you like the band Giant, then you'll like this band. Their singer, Kent Hilly, really, really good. Really powerful, sounds really good. So Perfect Plan, Nobody's Fool from Time for a Miracle.
BC.
I'm going to stick with the way it's been going. There's so many good picks for this episode. I kept one for the gem. I'm going to go with off of 1991, Let It Scream, the band The Scream. That, to me, there's so many people that don't know this band, which I find it hard to believe. But anyways, that's not for me to tell. But their summer track off their debut album and only album would be Tell Me Why. Just a kick-ass rocking song. And, I mean, this is a great band, and with the great the raspy vocals of John Corabi. I don't know how there's people out there that have not heard of this.
Killer album. Killer.
I kind of wish that Motley Crue never took them.
The Scream could have did something else.
See what would have happened with the Scream.
That's one of my favorite songs off that record, too. So good.
That's
It's a
fantastic.
great record.
Absolutely.
He was good with the Dead Daisies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wish he was still with the Dead Daisies.
I
but-
do not. I like Glenn Hughes. Let's not get into that.
Stop it.
All right, so my hidden gem is going to be an album from 2004. It's from my boys, the band called Wolf. The album's called Evil Star from 2004. Great album. I think it's their second album. Title track Evil Star, American Storm, Transylvanian Twilight, Devil Moon, Out of Still Midnight, which is the 7th song on there. Just a great European metal band, like in the vein of not quite except like with the like harmonies and shit, but like of that kind of guitar type sound. Very heavy albums, just really good. But this is one of the few of their albums that is not on streaming, so you would have to. I know it's on YouTube, and I know you can find it elsewhere, and you can get the CD on eBay. So there's our gems. Our gem song was "Louder Than Youth" by the Lazies. Steven had the band Perfect Plan with the song "Nobody's Fool" from the album "Time for a Miracle." Dylan had the album Below for the new album from Beartooth. B had the band Dangerous Curves. Living for the Now is the album coming out at the end of the month. BC had The Scream, Tell Me Why, 7th song from that kick-ass fucking debut album and only album from them that was just reissued on vinyl that we picked up. Myself, I have the album Evil Star from the band Wolf from 2003. And BC's thinking of getting a Scream tattoo, either that or Motley Crue Generation Swine, the pig heads tattoo. He can't decide. He can't decide which one he's going to get.
I'm still tossing.
So
Please get the Scream tattoo.
we'll do a GoFundMe if you don't get the fucking Crew one.
That's if we ever do Patreon, if we hit a certain threshold, we'll all get Generation Swine tattoos.
That would have to be like $10 million.
Yeah, it would be a high amount.
It would have to be $10 million for me to get a tattoo, let alone fucking Generation fucking Swine.
What about a tattoo of the lyrics to Tattoo? Purple Mountain's Majesty?
No. I love Van Halen, but not that much. Sorry. All right, so let's get back into our lists. I did mine, Steven, and BC. We all did ours. So we're going to go with the second of the Killer Bees here, with the B on his hat. That is Biatch. Biatch, boy. Wow. BB, what do you got?
All right. So there is no rhyme or reason why I picked these songs. So
just because. Number 7
just
in front
because
of them.
they were 7th on the album. So my first pick is Keel with Speed Demon off the Right to Rock album. Fantastic album. Love that album from Keel. Speed Demon, even a super fast-paced song for Ron Keel. Heavy guitar work, heavy guitar sound in that. Fan favorite and just a great kick-ass song. Song number 2 from Hardline, Hot Cherry, probably their most famous song. And it's just funny how like the most famous song from a band is all the way down on song number 7 off their debut album. But the gritty guitar sound of it and the harmonies of this band is so fantastic. Love Hardline, love what they threw out on that album. Song number 3 from Van Halen 3 BC, Fire in the Hole. Easily the best song on Van Halen 3. This song carries this album. I believe it was on Lethal Weapon 4, but a great song from this album. Everybody shits on this album.
No, that movie sucked.
The Lethal Weapon that everybody's seen, of course, the 4th one.
That's like Police Academy 4.
I mean, Lethal Weapon 7 on Van Halen 7.
Merch on rigs go to Miami Beach.
Go to Beach Lake.
He's really
Sorry.
getting too old for this shit.
You brought it up.
He like Fire in the Hole's playing and he shakes his head and he goes, I'm really getting too old for this shit.
I get too old for this shit.
I think the song is kick ass. Eddie's work on this album is fantastic. And this song is no different. It really showcases some crazy shit that he does on a guitar, and this album and this song really showcases that. Song number 4, Megadeth with Endgame. This is like the political Megadeth. But the guitar work in this song is so heavy throughout the whole song. I think the guitar really carries this song. And it's weird, once again, like the album title is all the way back down in song 7 when you expect it up, 1 to 3. But I think Endgame's a really great heavy song for that album. Song number 5, Killer Dwarfs with One Way Out. Great guitar work. This is off the Dirty Weapons album. Fantastic big drum sounds on this. The band gang vocals are so catchy. They're really in harmony with this album. Fantastic album. Check that out. Dirty Weapons. Great album by the Killer Dwarfs. Song number 6, Winger, from the album Pull, In for the Kill. I picked this song because I think this is a heavy song for Winger. Kip's screaming vocals are so fantastic at the chorus, and of course Reb just blows everybody's mind with some great guitar work in this song. Really great song that not a lot of people know in their catalog of Winger, but check that song out. In for the Kill off the Pull album. And song number 7 off of one of my favorite Pennsylvania bands, Heaven's Edge. Can't Catch Me off of the self-titled Heaven's Edge album. Super quick, super fast song. Galloping drum beats on that. The guitar work throughout is just ripping. And some of that solo is what I wrote down as sick bananas there, Righty.
Thank you.
So there is my really good six pick. Maybe one's a dud. So we'll see what you guys think.
BC, what do you think?
Oh my god. All right, let's start off with Keel, Speed Demon. I mean, to me, this is borderline desert island album for me. I went in 1985. I played the fuck out of this thing. I couldn't get enough of Keel back then, and Sweet Demon is just rocking Keel to the best. Hardline with the Hashiri. I mean, I love the keyboard start, and then when the guitar kicks in, Sean gets. I mean, great catchy song. Very, like you said, it's very low in the track listing, but still good song. 3, Van Halen, Fire in the Hole. I was checked out of Van Halen at this time, but I agree with BB that it's the best song on the album. I don't know if that's a good thing, but anyway, I mean, I can listen to this and not run the other way. Number 4.
I just like making you guys listen to Van Halen 3.
He does. He likes
AKA BB's torture song.
torture songs. 4, Megadeth Endgame. I fucking love the solo in this. The double bass. I mean, covers up Dave Mustaine in the song, but between the guitars and the double bass, Megadeth. 5, Killer Dwarfs. One way out of Dirty Weapons. I mean, again, back in the day, I could not play the Dwarfs enough. This is a Killer Dwarf song, or otherwise known as Good Dwarf.
Yeah.
Number 6, Winner with In for the Kill. I agree. I mean, off this album, this is heavy. It's rocking for these guys. To me, it's more like they are live.
Yeah.
I mean, their albums never back in the day. Of course, they always play the hits. But when we saw these guys live for the first time, it blew me away how heavy they were compared to their albums. Kind of like Firehouse. And 7, how can you not go wrong with Heaven's Edge? And just, I don't think there's a bad tune on this whole album, but Can't Catch Me. Fucking kick ass with the guitars and the fucking crazy solo, little cowbell in there too. You can't go wrong cowbell. And you can't go wrong Heaven's Edge. But yeah.
Not bad.
Good list except for 1, 2.
Not bad.
All right, SM, what do you got?
All right, so Speed Demon, Keel, love this song. Easily in my top 10 Keel songs. I just keep remembering seeing this song in the Men in Black movie where they open up the copy machine and the guy is sorting out the mail to Speed Demon. You guys remember that?
I forgot about that.
I forgot all about that too.
No.
Hot Sherry, Hardline, that's a great song. It's a cover song, but it's a killer tune. I love Hardline. Fire in the Hole, Van Halen, it carries this record. Yeah, that's an understatement of the year. That's because it's the only song that's even reflective in any way, shape, or form of actual Van Halen.
Not true.
Oh my God, this record.
What,
Anyway,
you say
yeah, I
Ballad
like
of the
this
Bullet?
tune actually. Fire in the Hole is a good tune. Endgame, Megadeth. I love Megadeth. I really do like them. This is not one of my favorite Megadeth songs. I'm not a big fan of this song or really this album. It just doesn't hit home with me. And again, I do like Megadeth, but Dirty Weapons, great record. Killer Dwarfs, what a fun band. One Way Out, killer tune. Just they're such a fun band live, and this really is a good record. Dirty Weapons by the Killer Dwarfs. In for the Kill, off Pull. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Pull is really a favorite Winger record of really hardcore fans. Even though it didn't sell as much as a lot of their other records, people love this record. And it has a lot of good material, but it's a record for me that really I didn't embrace until much later. At first, when it first came out, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but now I'm like a really huge fan of it. In for the Kill, the song reminds me of sort of a lesser version of Revolutionary Man, which is also on it, on this record, but I like it. It's just a great tune. This band is so underrated. Anybody that thinks this band is all about pretty looks and makeup and hair is so crazy. You got to listen to this record because the lyrics are deep and the musicianship is otherworldly, as I like to say. Heaven's Edge, Can't Catch Me. I caught these guys on the Monsters of Rock cruise for the first time last year, and this is a solid record, and I dig this tune. They were great live. They're a really good band live, so I enjoy this band, I enjoy this album, and I enjoy this song. So that's a good solid list, man. It's a pretty good list.
All right. I will go. I'll start with Heaven's Edge. Actually, when we saw Heaven's Edge the first time on Monsters of Rock Cruise, myself, Steven, and his lovely wife, Jen, caught that show together. Because I think everybody else was watching someone else, and we went and checked out Heaven's Edge. Fantastic show. I enjoy them. Because it sucked because the last time, remember they played in that little lounge? It was like crammed in there, but they played the theater stage for the first show. It was really good. I had a good time rocking out with Steven and Jen. Good song. A lot of shredding in this song. The solos rip. I love the time change during the solos in this song. Fucking fantastic. Keel, Speed Demon. I just want to say right now that I'll give Rockin' Pod a good little plug here because Ron Keel will be doing a acoustic set at the pre-party at the Mercy Lounge in Nashville for the opening of the Rockin' Pod Expo, but I don't think that Ron Keel is going to be doing Speed Demon acoustic.
Could you imagine?
That's going to be
Probably not. But this song fucking rocks. Fucking great song. And I'll tell you what, man, he can fucking go up high. Holy shit. Great, and I love it. Fucking fantastic album. Fantastic song. Hardline Hot Sherry. Great song. People that don't even like our kind of music love this fucking song. Yeah. It's just got that, again, the chorus. It's got that feel. Great song. If you like told the average hits rock person who's a guitar player in this band, they have no fucking idea. No idea whatsoever. But Neil Schon, kick-ass. Van Halen, Fire in the Hole. I think this is a song that seems like it's a leftover from the Sammy era. It really does. I think it has that
cadence,
crappy Sammy feel to it. I'm sorry. But it does feel like it's like a Sammy era song. The solo's really good in it. But like, goddamn, that fucking chorus got in my fucking head for about 3 days last week and it was driving me insane. I was going to have to go check myself into fucking rehab just because of this fucking chorus. And
fucking catchy, BC. Tell him.
Megadeth Endgame. You know why Megadeth Endgame is so good? Because fucking Andy Sneap produced it with fucking Dave Mustaine. Oh. That's why.
Andy.
Chris Broderick, the guitar playing on this song. And I forgot about this song. And this is an album that I kind of just listened to a couple times. But like, when I put this on, I'm like, why did I not listen to this fucking more? I'm going to have to dig deeper in that album. I haven't listened to this in a long time. Fucking Andy Sneap brings out the best in any fucking metal band. I don't give a shit what the fuck anybody says. The shredding is fantastic between Dave Mustaine and Chris Broderick in this song. Just fucking fantastic. Killer Dwarfs, Only One Way Out. This made me want to get on my tricycle, BB, and fucking ride around. It really did.
It, BC.
Dirty Weapons is a fantastic album. I'll tell you what. That came out like early 90s, right? 89, early 90s. I always thought this album was great because this was one album that came out and I was like, holy shit, they have a new album out. When you used to, go and, you didn't have the internet and all this, you didn't know when shit was coming out. You didn't hear half the album before it came out.
Yeah.
And I just saw it and I picked it up and it's a fantastic album. Great song. Love it. When You're In for the Kill, this is my mess song on this one. I don't know why. I like the Pull album. I like a lot of stuff on there. It does not feel like a fucking Winger song to me. Even for Reb Beach, for as much as he's awesome and rips, the solo is very blah for him. I don't know why the song just one of the few that did not resonate with me, but good list, -1, -1.5.
Nice, perfect. I knew that.
Missed it by that much.
I knew that boat anchor was gonna get you.
Done.
So your list had some of the highest highs and some of the lowest lows for me.
Yes.
But
see?
Hey, listen. So the songs that hit for me really hit. Speed Demon.
On the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Speed Demon, fantastic. I forgot all about this song. Such a good rocker. Like you said, Ron Keel's vocals in that chorus are just so high up there. You almost don't recognize him because you don't normally hear him going in that register. Fucking kicks ass. Hot Cherie, such a catchy chorus. I love how upbeat this song is. I love the solo in it. This was like my feel good song of the night. I really fucking love it. Fire in the hole. The lyrics to this song are fucking terrible. I always make fun of "In a word to the wisdom tooth." You know, open up and say "Amen," rinse cups and spit again. And you know, on the count of 3, you got your mind full of decavities. You know, it's like fucking beat poetry. It doesn't have any substance to it. It just feels like they're just
words.
Yeah, it feels like they're just riffing in the studio with, like, as placeholder, and they're like, you know what? We don't need new fucking lyrics. Let's just go with the ones
Record some scat lyrics, and we're gonna go with that.
We're gonna go with it.
This is just we need to get the rhythm down. Here, just sing some words. But like Eddie's guitar work is good, but you could say that with any fucking Van Halen song. Eddie is always gonna bring it, no matter what it is. Even how many say I. Endgame again. The lyrics the lyrics are just
too political for you.
It's not that it's too political. It's just that, like, he sounds like a crazy person with these lyrics. Like, he's talking about the New World Order and, you know, microchips, and he sounds like one of the guys with the tinfoil hats.
He's talking about the Corona
street.
shot.
But,
you got the microchips in the Corona shot, don't you?
yeah, but like it's songs like this that people will take seriously and think that it's like a real thing, and that I just don't like it. And I think the thing that really pissed me off about this pick is there's another Megadeth song that's track 7 that is one of their best songs ever, and you missed it. Tornado of Souls off of Rust in Peace. Track 7. That would have been the pick for Megadeth, and you would have had the perfect list for me. Besides,
are you
Fireball.
honestly pissed off about it? I mean, really, are you really
I'm not
angry
pissed
about
off
it?
about it, but like I'm frustrated.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
Very
I'm
disappointed in you, BB.
Not mad. I'm just
But the rest of your list is
disappointed.
fantastic. Killer Dwarfs, band I need to check out more. One Way Out is a really fantastic song. In for the Kill, love that you get to show the heavy winger because a lot of people just hear 17 or you know their cover of Purple Haze or Hungry.
Lovey-dovey winger.
Adelaine, Head for a Heartbreak. But then you got this song, and it's just you're just like, whoa, is this the same band? And then Can't Catch Me. I love the fast-paced song. You're just going for a ride, and Heaven's Edge is taking you on it. Love it. So, barring 2 songs, this was a fantastic list.
The roller coaster ride I put Dylan
Yeah.
on. Yes.
Like I said, the songs that hit, they were home runs.
Songs that did it.
Did everybody go?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of lost track there.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's go around. We'll do
How
everyone.
about we do Dylan's
I thought you
list?
meant like talking about BBs.
Oh, we did. Because I was thinking, why did I let Dylan go last? Because his list is next, so I should have let him go than me.
Yeah.
So, Dylan, what's your list?
Okay, my
I
list.
might fuck up at some point tonight. It's usually earlier though.
So I was.
This is why he's so angry.
Yeah.
Because you forget about him, and as a father, you really need to give him a hug. Maybe he wouldn't be so angry.
It's too hot to give him a hug, but I will anyway.
There you go.
Side hug.
We had a little side hug.
Side hug.
So I think I was the second person to submit their list. I was racing through to make sure that I got good songs. I'm kind of all over the board here with this. I wanted to get bands that I don't normally talk about as much that for my picks because I could have did my usual suspects, but I wanted to kind of branch out. Of course, I did start with one of my usual suspects for my first pick, Skid Row off of Slave to the Grind, Living on a Chain Gang. Just a really good song. This whole album is fantastic. I think it's their best album, personally. Mm-hmm. And this song is just a catchy chorus. This is a song they play live, and it's a song that'll get you pumped up because they're just going full cylinder. Next song, another song that I really enjoy off of Wake Me When It's Over from Faster Pussycat, Slip of the Tongue. This is another hit. My dad said this is a very hit-heavy list, and I will agree. There are a couple hits on here, but it's crazy that some of these hits were track 7. So I wanted to showcase that they put them so low on the album. And Slip of the Tongue has some of the great, background vocals, the gang vocals from the band that I really enjoy from Faster Pussycat during the chorus. And I love the riff. The riff is so iconic. And then the talking part in the middle, it's that classic, like a Bronco Wednesday, just like that great Faster Pussycat sleaze that goes with this song. The next song is off of Porno Graffiti from Extreme. It's a monster. The riff in this song is just so contagious, and I love the And again, the chorus is a catchy chorus. The soloing from Nuno, you can't beat him. He's like this, like Eddie Van Halen, just off to the side a little bit.
Yep.
This is the better of the Gary Sharon sung songs today. This is Gary Sharon that I like with Extreme. This is just a great band and a song that I wanted to showcase off of a fantastic album again. The next one, this is from a supergroup that we haven't talked about that much on the podcast, which is interesting because it has a lot of elements that we really love in it. So from Chickenfoot's self-titled debut, the song Down the Drain. I mean, you got Sammy Hagar, you got Joe Satriani, Michael Anthony, Chad Smith on drums. Just a great combination of musicians. And this song kind of has a little bit of a groove to it during the beginning parts. It picks up towards the end as Satriani just shreds on the solo. It's a little low in the mix that I wish it was a little higher, but it's still fantastic playing. And Sammy lets out like a wail towards the end of the song that just blows you away. And it's a great showcase of this super group. Then we go to Rat. This, I think, is the better Rat song of the evening from the album Detonator that we talked about a couple episodes back. Heads I win, tails you lose. You can't go wrong with John Bon Jovi background vocals for the chorus. It's just a catchy-ass song. This is a great album, underrated in the Rat catalog, and I think it's a great pick for me. Sorry to toot my own horn, but I do. This is the last song that's a hit on my list from Tesla's debut album, Mechanical Resonance, Modern Day Cowboy. Fantastic song. This is a great song about the Cold War. This is how you do a political song. You make it a little bit of an allegory for the Old West. It's just a great, catchy song that you could sing along to. The guitar work on it is fantastic. I love the dual guitar solo, like kind of at the beginning of the and then it just goes into a shred fest. Just a really good hit and a showcase of the band for sure. And then the last song I picked is from a band that I do talk about quite a bit. I should lay off them a bit, but I can't because they're fantastic. From their 2011 album Worship Music, I picked Anthrax's In the End. This song, it has a very epic feel for me. It just it has like an apocalyptic feel at times with the chorus. And Joey Belladonna's vocals really sell the song for me. And that riff is so cool. And then there's a pickup towards the middle of the song that really changes things up because it's kind of a mid-tempo song throughout the beginning of it. But it's a real good roller coaster song and has a lot of moving parts to it. So that's my list of 7 songs. And let me know what you think.
All right. Steven.
All right, you're palling on me first. I like it. I like it.
There you go.
All right, so Living on a Chain Gang, great. Slave to the Grind, love it. What a killer punch in the face this song is, especially the production on this record. I really like this song a lot. This is one of those deeper tracks off this record that nobody really talks about all that much, and I love it. Slip of the Tongue, I kind of had to chuckle to myself when somebody called this a hit. I love Wake Me When It's Over. It's my favorite Faster Pussycat record by far. And this song is killer. But to call this a hit by Faster Pussycat, did they really have any hits other than House of Pain?
Well, I would say
I think more of a well-known.
Yeah, well-known song.
A hit.
Fair enough.
One that we don't mind.
Porno Graffiti, perfect record. It's a monster. Easily one of my favorite songs off that record. They open up with this song quite a bit. They always have, and it's a monster. God bless it. Love it. Down the Drain, Chickenfoot. This is the only Chickenfoot record that I really liked. I didn't like their second record at all. Down the Drain's a great tune. So yeah, that's a good pick. And this is an interesting pick, this Rat song, Heads I Win, Tails You Lose. I like this song. It's a good tune. I would like to know what some of the other 7 songs on the records are, but this is a good tune. What record is this off of?
Detonator.
Okay. All right, interesting. Modern Day Cowboy, I'll give it the old BC. Psst. I mean, it's Tesla. First record. Killer. Great song. In the End by Anthrax. Worship Music. I really, really, really liked Worship Music when it came out. I thought it was a really, really good record by Anthrax. This tune, however, is not one of my more favorites off this record, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, the 7 songs on the other Rat albums are on Dancing Undercover. We have 7th Avenue.
Okay, good tune.
On Infestation, which is a fucking fantastic unknown album, As Good as It Gets, which is really good. Everyone's going, what? What album?
What do you say?
On Invasion of Your Privacy, What You Give Is What You Get.
I love that. I love that riff in that song.
On Out of the Cellar, Back for More.
Okay, that's a hit.
Reach for the Sky, you have No Surprise. I couldn't tell you what the fuck that is.
I know the Aerosmith
Nah,
song.
I don't know that one either.
And that's it.
Oh, that's a fair pick. I do like the song
Good
off
song.
of Invasion a little bit better, but yeah, this is a good tune.
What do you think, BB?
Branching out, Dylan, this is the best list out of any list you have ever put together in the 200 and how many. This list is amazing.
Thank you.
The Skid Row, Living in a Chain Gang, like you said, that's a great album. Just fantastic vocals. The guitar work is great. I just love that whole album front to back. And did you? No, that's the other. Just got that album on vinyl, actually. Mm-hmm. Slip of the Tongue from Faster Pussycat. How can you not like sleaze rock? Gotta love the sleaze rock. The gang vocals of the chorus are fantastic. Another great pick. It's a Monster from Extreme. Nuno kicks ass on this song. It is so underlayered of the certain things that he's doing. It is just mind blowing. Put your headphones on and turn this song up because there is some crazy shit going on under the layers of this guitar work that he is doing. Fantastic, fantastic pick. Down the Drain, Chicken Foot, another great pick. This may sneak the top 3 tonight, there, kid. I'm gonna call these guys a super group. From like Joe Satriani's First Note to Sammy's like Last Scream. That's like musical perfection. Bookmarks, bookends front to back. A great song. And Chicken Foot is fan-stinking-tastic. Song number 5, Heads I Wouldn't Tell You Lose from Rat. Another great song. Stephen Pearcy sounds fantastic on this song. The band is great. The production on this album is easily one of the top 3 Rat album productions. This is the one we got on vinyl.
Yes.
Right? This is somewhere between California and here. I'm so glad we got to pick that up. Great album. Modern Day Cowboy from Tesla. Another great pick. Jeff and Frank are like peanut butter and jelly, front to back. First record that these guys put out. Really good stuff. And Endgame from Anthrax. And you know I love Joey Belladonna. His voice fits perfectly with these guys. Such a rough chugging beat throughout this whole song. Good job, my friend. Good job.
Appreciate it.
All right, I will go next. I'll let BC bring up the end here. I'm going the other way. Anthrax, In the End. I like this song. From Worship Music, great album, and I'm still of the thought that I would love to hear what John Bush would do with these songs. Nothing against Joey Belladonna. I would just like to hear, what. But I like his urgency. How he sings that chorus. There's like an urgency to his voice. I like it, and I like that da-na-na, da-na-na. It's like a really intense feel to it. Modern Day Cowboy, fantastic song, absolutely fantastic song. Every time, I don't care where I'm at, whatever. When they have the gong parts, I always do the gong. Whether my wife's sitting next to me or the kids, I'm just like I'm gonna punch them. Either that or I do the explosion with both hands. Like where they show the atomic bomb going off, I do that too. At times, also when I'm driving, I shouldn't be letting go of the wheel. I still do that. Rat's Heads I Win, Tails You Lose. Detonator, fantastic album. I love it. Great. I like it's a fun song. The solo's cool in it. Chicken Foot, Down the Drain. Massive groove in this song. It gets a little boring. It's a little long, this song. I think they could have shortened this up a little bit. but the solo at the end is fucking fantastic. Extreme It's a Monster. I literally had this on my list, but Dylan picked before me, so I'm like, fuck. Great song. I love that guitar sound on that Port Graffiti album. That just like that choppy sound that Nuno has, and I love the solo, the diddle like that, like it just goes down or up or whatever you want to call it. Just absolutely fantastic. Faster Pussycat, Slip of the Tongue. I'm with Steven. Definitely by far the best Faster Pussycat album. Wake Me When It's Over.
Yeah.
And I like this song on headphones. You get the down out now, and then you get a totally different tone of guitar when that other guitar kicks in with that main riff at the beginning. The harmonic stuff going on at the beginning there. I love it. Skid Row, Living on a Chain Gang, fucking fantastic. The dual soloing in it, the chorus, the pre-chorus. There's nothing that I could find about this song to pick it apart and find anything that I don't like about it. Good list, my friend. Good list.
Thank you.
BC, what do you think, buddy? Dylan, I love you, bud.
Dylan, I'm still your friend, but no, I mean, when it comes to Dylan, I must have went back 3 times to make sure this was Dylan's list. When you said you branched out, I was like,
there was no Green Day, no Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I kept looking at.
If this was a random thing, we wouldn't know who to pick.
And I kept going back and going, it's under Dylan. I'm thinking, literally 3 times I went back on it.
I have good taste, guys.
No way Dylan picked these songs. I'm like, no way. I kept going back. It's him. I said, holy shit. Skid Row, Living on a Chain Gang. Like you said, Dylan. This by far is their best album. I don't think there's a skipper on this album. I just love the gang vocals on the chorus. Totally crank it. Faster Pussycat, Slip of the Tongue. One of my favorite Faster Pussycat songs. Probably, like you said, their best album. I mean, you can't beat their first one for the rawness, but as far as an album, this one gets it. I can remember them opening up for Whitesnake, Broome County Arena. I don't know if they opened up with it. I think they did.
Who?
Faster Pussycat. I think they opened up with this song when they were opening for Whitesnake. And it kicks in. I want to say they opened up with the song there. Whatever it may
Probably.
have been. I think they did. That was many moons ago. Anyways, third song, Extreme. It's a monster. I mean, this is such a monster of an album. And I just love the beginning of the song and the build-up.
Yeah.
Great hit. Chickenfoot. I'll admit, I'm not really up to date on Chickenfoots, but I like this. This is cool. A little Dave-like vocals in the beginning. Can't help it. They're trying to...
That's what it boils down to. Sammy wants to be Dave.
I definitely hear that. Your fifth pick, Rat.
No way.
I agree. Like just like Rat, self-titled, this is another one of Rat's, to me, underrated albums that don't get respect. I mean, of course, you're Out of the Cellar, Invasion of Privacy, even Dancing. But, anyways, after that album, I think you ask people about Rat albums, they don't mention Detonator. They don't mention Rat.
Reach for the Sky.
Thank you. I knew it was something. Reach for the Sky. They open up with City to City.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't hear people that say, hey, how about, Detonator, how about Rat self-titled,
Yeah, but even if you pull up Invaders of Your Privacy, they don't even know You're in Love and...
oh, yeah. Well, at least they know the album.
Yeah.
They don't know these albums. Infestation.
No.
People are like, what?
Who? Fucking fantastic album.
Tesla, Modern Day Cowboy. I can remember when this first came out, played a shit out of this album, too. Because that, between the whole album, the soloing on this album, this is one that sticks with you. And how can you go wrong with the Anthrax within the end? I mean, I love when John Bush came in the band and Joey came back, and I was like, but he brought it. He brought it, and this is a great list. I'm still looking at it going,
Are you sure this is Dylan's
You sure this is Dylan's list?
Well, talking about Green Day, you want to know what the 7th track is on Dookie? It's Basket Case, the song that you guys liked. Yeah.
I did like that song.
I did like that.
There are good picks for Green Day as well. Actually, and Wake Me Up When September Ends is the 7th track.
Yeah, that one sucks.
It's a heartfelt song about the death of his father.
You pushed it too far.
Still sucks. Calm down.
Fight!
Count now. We'll take basket case.
Okay.
All right, so there's everybody. There's our list. We did everybody here. So we'll go around. We'll wrap up. Steven, plug your podcast, but give your top 3 and your bottom 3. Don't include any of your own. I have a feeling I'm going to hit the bottom list of some of them.
That's a lot of direction from you, Righty. So I'll plug my podcast and then I'll give my top 3 and my bottom 3. I think I can keep that all straight. So the podcast is the Grown Up Rock Podcast. It's a hard rock and metal podcast. It's themed, oriented, and interviews mixed in. So not a whole lot different than the Potter and Hell podcast. Myself and Sonny Hollywood Pooney give our take on rock and roll and the music that we grew up with. So check us out. New episodes drop every Sunday morning. My top 3 songs are One by One by Heat. Easily, probably my favorite off this list. It's a Monster by Extreme. Love that tune. And Skid Row, Chain Gang. So my friend Dylan, I think, had 2 of my top 3 on his list. And with that, of course, I got to give my bottom 3. And Dylan, with respect, you can't get 2 of the songs on my top 3 without getting 1 on my bottom 3. So I'm going to pass on that Anthrax in the End song. However, like I said, I really think Worship Music is a really good record. I'm just not a huge fan of that. And I got to tell you, Righty, what would happen if John Bush were to sing those songs off of Worship Music? How do you think he would do? Well, he would do better. He's a better singer. I like John Bush's voice. And so I think that they would come off pretty good, in my opinion. No disrespect, Joey Belladonna, but John Bush, I just like his voice a little bit better. Personal preference. Only the Pretty Ones. Righty, you knew that was going to end up on my list.
I know it. I just picked it for its differentness.
Song. I will give you this. So if you like this song and you like the Alice Cooper kind of vibe that this song has, check out this band called Marianne Cotton. Just look it up on Apple or something. They just recently put out a record. It's called Marianne Cotton, and it's very Alice Cooper. It's not bad, actually. I kind of like it. I just haven't spent a ton of time with it, but to fans of Alice Cooper, you might dig it.
All right, we'll check it.
So that's for you. And then my last pick would be Endgame, Megadeth. I like Megadeth. I'm just not a huge fan of this album or this song. So those are my top 3, bottom 3.
All right. BB, how about you?
All right. Righty.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm
Thanks
good.
for showing up tonight.
I'm good so far.
Okay. So one of my bottom 3. Let me tell you, you guys really know how to pick some really good songs. This is tough. This is really, really tough.
It was a good playlist overall. For sure.
I guess I'll slap the Stevens around tonight. I'm gonna go with Iron Maiden Killers from Stephen Michael, only because I'm more of the Bruce. I kind of tend to the Bruce stuff.
And you like carrying man bags.
Well, that's all right.
It's European.
It's a satchel. And 2 of the ones that I did not like, Mr. Wright, I'm so sorry. The Avatar Justice song, I'm not a fan of the Cookie Monster stuff. And also, Mr. Wright, the New Revenge, Only the Pretty Ones, because it's just trying to be Alice Cooper. Now, for the ones I liked.
We
It's
all
tough.
wait with
None of
bated
them.
breath.
It's tough. It's really, really tough.
Talk about a dramatic pause.
All right. So righty. So since I hated 2 of yours, the Winery Dogs, Not Hopeless, great song, great album, front to back, great pick. Dylan with Chicken Foot, Down the Drain, a really, really good song. Love that whole album. Actually, a fantastic album. And Stephen Michael, The Treatment, with Devil in the Detail. I think that was a really, really good song. Like I said before, I really have to do some more Treatment homework because you and BC picked it. So it's a good combination. I hit everybody on the podcast, but I definitely have to do more homework on The Treatment.
Yeah, that slouch BC, what a hack. He tried to come in and steal my song after I already had it on my list.
I didn't think you noticed.
But really, this was a great episode. And you know, how it fell fantastically in the date. Steve, good job with the putting up with this kind of craziness of throwing 7 songs from a seventh month on a seventh day. But this was a really, really good episode. And like I said before to Dylan, great props to everybody's list. There's always that one song that you're like, but and I know a lot of you guys are gonna frown on one of my picks, but I really enjoy it. So there really weren't any skippers for me. It's just a great list of little combination of really good hard rock and really good melodic shit just combined into 35 songs of fantasticness. And I have to say, this is probably the best list of songs out of 200 and however many 208 episodes we're in, but this is a great list of songs.
All right.
So you'd say it's rock and roll bliss then?
It had to be.
Dylan.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement for sure. The songs that on my worst are songs that I just thought were okay or didn't hit me like the other songs did. I didn't hate any of these songs. I just didn't vibe with them. Yeah. So the songs on my worst, the first one, We Do What We Want by Passion. It's just, the solo is fantastic. The rest of the song is just, it felt paint by numbers for me. But I can appreciate that it is a good song. I enjoyed listening to it. It didn't wow me. And then, of course, I have to be with everybody else with Only the Pretty Ones, A New Revenge off of my dad's list, because it tried to be Alice and it failed to be Alice, and that's a sin in my book. And then the last one, I'm going to pick one of BB's, but not the one you think. I'm picking Endgame, because you should have picked Tornado of Souls.
Damn it.
I don't like the lyrics. But for the best, I'm going to cheer BB up now by saying that Hot Cherie is on there.
Yeah!
Fucking love that
Wow!
song. Forgot that I loved it, but it's a classic for sure. Then Not Hopeless Dad from the Winery Dogs. Yeah. They're one of the super groups on this list that can do no wrong in my eyes, and that song just kicks ass. And then I'm also going to bring up BC's Spirits as well with Tortured Spirit from Pretty Maids. That's another one that I forgot that I liked, because it's just, I've heard that played so much throughout my childhood that it kind of has become ingrained in my brain, and I can't not shout out to it. But honestly, everybody's list was fantastic. There's stuff on everybody's list that I love, like, Steven's list with Screaming for Vengeance and Killers. I love those 2 picks. So I could have picked tops from everybody's list, but I was limited to 3. And thank you for coming on, Steven. It's always a pleasure to have you on there. And you can listen to all of the songs that we talked about tonight on our Spotify playlist of the week that Steven actually put together for us. It's a great list, so definitely don't sleep on it. Check it out and let us know what some of your favorite songs were that we picked, or if there were any 7th songs that we missed that you thought could be on the episode.
All right. Like everybody's saying here, I mean, this is a hard episode to pick top 3 and pick the bottom 3. To me, is a great list.
Yeah.
Totally great list by everybody. And the most shocking list is Dylan's. But if I had to pick bottom 3, and this is not because of any certain reasons, but just did not really resonate with me, I'm going to go with Van Halen, Fire in the Hole. I guess.
That's it. Your tires are getting slashed.
I'm sorry. It's like Gary Sharon. Just, and then I'm going to go with the Avatar Justice. Just the screaming. Just that I'm a mood guy, so maybe if I'm angry one day, I throw it on. I'm probably lucky.
When the fuck are you not angry?
I'm never angry. Look at it. I'm fucking happy right
Okay.
Yeah, ask him tomorrow at 8 o'clock. What do you mean?
Then the new Revenge, only the pretty ones. I don't know.
That's two for you.
That didn't really resonate with me. I'm sorry, but
I wanted to throw a different song in there.
it was different. It was different.
Oh boy.
But the top three, there's
Poor
everybody's-
Ripper Owens. He's fucking feeling the spikes
Shot
go
in the
into him.
balls.
But top three is, like I said, this is just throw a fucking anything
Dart.
out there and throw a dart and whatever it hits, it's great. But Crocus, Rock City, I mean, to me, I just love the groove of that song. Just early Crocus to me rocks. And the surprise of everybody's list is the LA Maybe, Take Me Away.
That was good.
I'm definitely going to check out that more. I'm going to go with the boys from Philadelphia with Heaven's Edge, Can't Catch Me.
Also
That's
good one.
just such a ripping song.
Can't catch me.
Off a great album.
Can't get right.
Can't catch it.
All right, thank you guys for coming here tonight. I know it's hot as balls in here tonight, and maybe we'll go to cooler environs next time. We'll see. I like it here. I thank you. This is our inaugural episode in the new studio. There will be improvements as we go along, soundproofing as such, and something on the walls. There's I just literally painted this room the other day. But Stephen, thank you for coming on. Thank you for spending time with us. You and Sonny are knocking it out of the park on the Growing Up Rock podcast, just kicking ass. And like I said, that episode that you guys did, that the one where you did the decades of music, it was one of my favorites that you guys have done lately. I thought it was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys out there enjoyed some of the stuff that we talked about tonight. And even if there's stuff that you're unfamiliar with, that's why. A lot of us brought up bands that, are not mainstream, that are not out there. It's not the Metallica and the Kiss and Zeppelin and, all that shit that you hear all the time. So we wanted to bring out some different stuff that you may not be familiar with, or something we would like for you to check out. Something different. We have Eclipse, LA Maybe, Blackwater Rising we have Heaven's Edge. We have Killer Dwarfs. We have Chickenfoot. Stuff like that. Shit that is not in the mainstream. And I thought it was fantastic. And it was difficult to pick, way more difficult to pick top 5 than it was to pick bottom or top 3 than bottom 3. But even the bottom 3 are still. And I think BB said it. There's really no skippers. Even the songs that are in my bottom 3, they're ones that I don't skip. I give my bottom 3 first. The Winger In for the Kill, which I don't know, like it said, that song just didn't resonate with me as a Winger song. Maybe if I thought about it as someone else, maybe. But I just the solo just killed it for me. I just didn't think it was Reb Beach worthy.
All right, your tires are good.
Mine are going.
Wow.
That
Me
was
and Reb are gonna
that
kick
was
her
for
ass.
that was for the front tires. You can get the back tires when I pick another one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Rat Dead Reckoning was another one for me. That it was just they're both. You guys can each take a side, okay, or take the front, one the back, whatever.
We're going to take the wheels right off it.
It's just, and I do, and you BC, I do have love for that Rat self-titled 1999 album. But I don't know. It was just it was okay. I love the chorus in that song, but I don't know. There's something that was just missing from it. And I'm just gonna say the Fire in the Hole song. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, there's not a lot of huge fans of that. And here's BB's attempt of trying to jam that album up our ass. And actually, and it's funny because the time that we did review that album, he was not here for it. And it was his pick, so he was not even there to defend it. But and like I said, but that song, that chorus was jammed in my head for fucking 3 days. I thought I was going insane.
Yes.
My top 3, I gotta go. My number 1 song, definitely, probably my top 5 pre-songs. Screaming for Vengeance. Absolutely love that song. Awesome pick, Steven. Number 2, Living on a Chain Gang. Like I said, there's nothing that I could pick out of that song that I don't like. And I gotta go number 3, Tortured Spirit. Always been one of my favorite Pretty Made songs. You guys know I love them. Fantastic song. But there's great shit on here. We got to check out and listen to one of BC's Blackwater Rising songs, Higher. Like I said, they're a band that, for me, if you're familiar with Devil's Train, that we've talked about a bunch of times on the podcast here, it definitely has that vibe, that Southern hard rock, not Southern rock like Blackfoot, like Southern hard rock, like a hard Black Stone Cherry, that type of thing, like that type of feel to it. Steven brought some good stuff to the table. The Treatment, fantastic band, they've been killing it. The LA Maybe first album those guys have, fantastic. Dylan, even though Dylan brought up songs that we've known before, like It's a Monster from Extreme, fantastic. Chicken Foot, really good. Tesla, Modern Day Cowboy, you can't go wrong. That gets a Modern Day Cowboy. BB, Hot Sherry, like I said, people that don't even like this kind of music love that fucking song. So there's a lot of great stuff out there. Like Dylan said, it'll be on the Spotify playlist that Steven put together for us. And guys, thank you for tuning in, for hanging out with us. And we got a lot of cool shit coming up. And we call this episode the Magnificent Seven. Right here, we're the Magnificent Five, motherfuckers. Myself, Dylan, BC, BB, Stephen, Michael. You guys rock out there. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we will see you next time. And there definitely will be a next time.